This is week 8, Tuesday, assignment 26 on surface area and volume. All right, number 1. What are the shapes together? Okay, so finding the surface area of two things stacked on top of each other is going to be a little bit more difficult because do you see how that right there, you do not need to include that circle right there? Do you see that? And then you're able to subtract the surface of this blue. Do you see this blue rectangle? Minus the circle. Do you see that? Because when you're wrapping it or if you're painting it, you're not going to be painting inside of that yellow circle. Do you see why this is complicated? Okay. So what are the two different things that you have here? What are the two different shapes?
Cylinder and rectangular prism.
Okay, but then remember, you gotta subtract that circle, right? All right, so cylinder, what you're gonna get is one circle, pi r squared, right? Plus, remember this part right here, which is the wraparound. Notice this is just one circle.
Yeah.
One circle, not two. Okay.
Yes.
And this one, how would you get that? It was the circumference times what?
Circumference times diameter.
Yeah, no, not diameter, times this part right here. What is that?
Height.
Height. Right? What's the diameter here?
You probably did this wrong.
Is she sure you do this?
Some of it.
Yeah, she did do it wrong. All right, what's your diameter?
My diameter is 5.
So what's your radius?
No, that's 6. It says 6.
Oh,
like
okay.
5, it says 6.
Okay, and then what's your radius? That's better because it's the whole number. All right, so let's find this. Pi r squared, so that's pi times 3 squared, which is 9, correct?
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want any more. Thank you. 2 pi r. Sure, this is your favorite.
What is that?
It's vanilla.
Oh,
it's so good. And what's the height? What's your height?
8.
8. Yep. Okay, so then 9 pi, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 8 is 48 pi, which is then going to be 57 pi, correct? And that's without that circle, correct? Okay, next, you're going to think about the rectangular prism, right? This is your cylinder. Now with a rectangular prism, surface area, you got to think about how many faces are there? We got a left and right. And do you see how the left and right is going to be this triangle right here? What are the other two of them, right? And what is the length and width of that? How would you find the area of that? What are the two numbers?
7 and 5.
Orange. Orange is not 7. Yeah. So that's going to give me 20. So 20 times 2 is 40, correct? Okay. Then you need to do not the top and bottom, because the top, you got to do that weird thing, right? Let's just do the front and back. The front and back, it looks like this, correct? Which is this one right here. What are the two dimensions for the front and back?
7 and 4.
28. There's 2, right? So that'll be 56, right? Okay. Now, you gotta do the bottom, right? The bottom is this purple part right here. What are the two for that?
7 and 5.
Which is 35.
Yeah.
Then, does she even subtract that? In class, did she subtract anything? Because she hasn't subtracted, or else it did homework.
No. I can't remember what she did. She stumbled upon her word and like skipped through steps.
All right. And then you got to do this weird thing. Do you see this pink little section right there?
Yeah.
That's the top. But the top is going to be weird because the top is going to be the top part minus the circle part. You understand? That'll give you the leftover part, right? We don't need the bottom of the surface because if you're going to paint this, I'm not going to paint inside the cylinder on the bottom, right? Because I can't reach it, right? You paint around it. So what is this top part right there? What are the two numbers? Didn't we just get the bottom? Isn't it the same as the bottom? So it'll be plus 35 minus area of the circle. What was the area of the circle? Wasn't that 9 pi?
Yeah.
That is everything. You're gonna add everything else up, okay? And that will give you the surface area of the bottom part, which is that rectangular prism. So let's add everything up. So it's gonna get 40 plus 56 plus 35 plus 35, which is 80, right? 80 minus 9 pi. So now what you do is you combine the two, right? 57 pi plus 80 minus 9 pi, which is 80 plus 48 pi. And that is your surface area. You understand?
Yeah.
And then feet square. Did she get that answer?
No.
Because if she didn't subtract it, there is no freaking way that that would be the right answer.
No.
Number two. For number two, which circle would you need to not include?
Mm,
If you're picking this,
the one where it connects.
tell me, point to it. Oh, highlight it. No. Highlight it with a highlighter. Yep. On the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because they're painting underneath it, right?
Yes.
And paint around it.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your two shapes?
The two shapes, a rectangle and a rectangle.
That's two rectangular prisms, right? All right. So we have a small one and a big one, right? Let's find the surface area of the small one. Surface of the small one, you're going to do left, right. What are the two numbers for left and right?
5 and 4.
Good. That's 40, right? Because there's two, right? Plus, we're only going to do the top. There's one top. Okay. There's no bottom, right?
5 and 4.
No. No. The top. The top is this part. You need to go ahead and highlight that. Draw that so that way you know which side you're looking at. What are the two numbers for the top?
Oh, 4 and 4.
Okay. And then what's left?
Bottom.
No, front and back. What are the two numbers for that? This is 5, right? But what is this part right here?
4.
How do you get 4?
Because that's the bottom of it.
I don't think that's 4. I did that part right here. Oh no, it is 4. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm thinking about this part. This part right here is 5, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be 20. There's two of them, right? So that's 40. So now together, that's 96, right? All right. So then let's take a look at the surface area of the big rectangular prism.
Mhm.
That's great. I passed. Oh, that's awesome. So that's going to be left and right. What is that going to give you?
20.
How many are there?
2.
Yeah. Now what? What's after left and right?
Top,
I wouldn't do top yet.
bottom.
No. Front and back.
Oh,
What are the two numbers?
9 and 4.
9 times 4 is 36. What's 36 times 2? Now,
72.
yeah, now you can do the bottom, right?
Mhm.
What are the two numbers for the bottom?
9 and 5.
Which is 45.
Mhm.
Plus, now here's the weird part. This is part of the top, right? Part of the top is just this part right there, right?
Mhm.
So what two numbers can I use for that part?
5 and 4.
No. This part right here and this part right here. Do you see that?
Mm.
What is this part right here?
5.
That's 5. What's this part right here? It's also 5 because it's 9 minus 4. Do you see that? So that's 25. Now add everything together.
65.
No. This is everything that's added together. The total surface area is 96 plus 182.
I really like these crackers.
That's good. Let me know when you're done. Number 3. All right, I want you to highlight the part where you're going to subtract because you're not going to include that surface.
Highlighted it.
Good. That's fine. It's good enough for me. This part right there, correct?
Mhm.
All right, so what are the two shapes?
A triangular prism and a rectangular prism.
Yeah. All right, so let's find the surface area of the triangle. What are all the sides of the triangle? You have the left and right side, which is this part right here.
Yeah, and then the
What are the two numbers?
0.15.
No, 6.5, 6.1 and what?
5.
That's 5. No. Look, 6.1 is right here. What about this part right here? That's not 5.
That's 6.
Do you see why I asked you to go ahead and draw this? You literally have to draw this because you're not getting it right.
You caught me.
Plus, and then you have the front and the back, which is the shape of what?
6.1 and 7.
No, height. No, 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 no. When you find the area of a triangle, isn't it 1/2 base times height?
Mhm.
What's your base?
7,
What's your height?
6.1,
No, height is not the side. That's
9,
a side.
5.
Do you understand why this is important that you get this right? And there's two of them, correct?
Yeah.
So if there's two of them, look over here. If there's two of them, do you see the 2 and the 1/2 just cancels each other? So it's just 7 times 5. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have another thing that we need to do, or is that it? Is that like basically it for the prism?
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't need the bottom, right?
Yes.
Because remember, there are 5 phases, we're not including the bottom. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the surface area of the rectangle, correct? Left and right. Draw the left and right, and I want you to label the rectangle. Just like how I'm labeling it.
Is that plus 35? Or is that
Plus 35. Yeah. Remember, it's 2 triangles, correct? The 2 and the 1/2 cancels, right? So it's just 7 times 5.
Oh.
You got to be careful with this. Then when you draw the front and back, and then what's the last one that you include? Like the left, right, front, back. What's the last one that we need to include?
Bottom.
Yep.
Ooh, I got that correct.
And what are the 2 numbers for the bottom?
The 2 numbers for the bottom is 6 and 7.
Good. Now add everything together. Yeah, if only you can get everything else right, that'll be good.
I did.
Okay, now that we have these 2, correct?
Mhm.
We're gonna add them together. So, oh, you know what? Here, I forgot to add this together. So this is gonna be 47.2. So 47.2 plus 172, add them together. 47.2 is the triangular prism, correct?
Mhm.
47 or 172 is going to be the 219.2. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Did you copy everything now or do you need a minute? Okay, get that in. I don't understand this question. What the frick? Is that just a house? Well, what the hell is that?
Um,
Is that a 3D house? What the hell is that?
yeah. I think
Oh
so.
my God, she is so terrible at this. Who the hell even drew this? This is terrible.
We can skip this if you want to.
No, I don't want to skip it, but I'm just saying this is fucking ridiculous.
Usually go over the homework day after. Once you just read out the answer key.
This is what this house kind of looks like.
Yeah.
This is freaking terrible. So the entire thing here from here to here is 15, correct?
Mhm. Wait, what?
The top to bottom is 15, it's right here. All right, so let's look at the house. I can't even freaking, is that 16 or 15?
Oh no, it's 15. Okay, never mind. The line made it look confusing.
All right, let's start off with the top, okay? surface area of the top, which is like a triangle, correct?
Yeah.
With the top, you have a front and a back, which is in the shape of this triangle. There's two of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's the base? 1/2 base times height. What's the base?
The base is 15 and 8.
The base, just the base of this triangle. It's not 15 and 8. That's not an answer. What is the base?
8 and 8.
It's just 8. How do you get 8 and 8? It's just 8. It's just from here to here. That is 8. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
What is the height
8.
of this triangle?
8.
I don't think it's 8. How do you get 8? 8 is the side of the triangle. I want the height of the triangle, which is this part right here. What is the height of this triangle?
Don't know.
The entire house is 15, correct?
Mm-hmm.
From here to here, how tall is that?
8.
So then maybe I should do 16 minus 8, which is what? Not 8. So what is it?
7.
There's 2 of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That 2 and the 1/2 cancel. So it's just 8 times 7. Do you see that?
Yes.
So that gives me a 63, correct?
Yes.
Plus. Now you're gonna look at, we're still on the fucking top. I'm so irritated with your teacher. This is fucking ridiculous.
8 times 7 is
Left and right, correct?
Right.
Which is this piece right here. I'm sorry, yeah, no. Front and back. No, this is front and back. This is right and left. That's fine. I don't give a shit what she wants to label it.
8 times 7 is 56.
Okay, it is 56. Fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. What are the 2 numbers for this left and right side? I can't even fucking see anything because it's so poorly drawn.
15, 7.
15. And then what is the side? It's not 7. 7 is the height.
8.
Oh, no, hold on a second. I fucking hate your teacher. She's an idiot. No, you're right. It is actually. This is going to be 15. My fucking pen's not working. Right. And then this part right here, you said was 7, correct?
Yeah.
So what's 15 times 7? 105. Okay, let's add those together. 105 plus 56. 210. Do you see how the bottom of this part, you're not going to do the top part of the rectangular prism? Because inside a house.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Surface area, we're going to find the triangular prism or rectangular prism, correct?
Yeah.
So we have a front and back, which is, what are the 2 things here? What's the front and back? You need to literally draw it so you know the dimensions of it. And make sure you highlight it so that way you know. It's this part right here. That's the front and back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
8 by what?
8 by 8.
So that's 64. That's 128, correct? There's 2 of them. Plus left and right, which is this part right here, correct? What is that going to be? Silas, I don't hear Maddie play the piano at all. What is that going to be?
That's 20.
Remember, it's this part right here. Yeah, 15 and 8. There's 2 of them, correct? And then there's one more that we're missing. What else are we missing from that triangular or rectangular prism? We don't do the top. What do we do? The bottom. This is the bottom right here. Do you see this part right here? Okay. The bottom. What is going to be the 2 sides?
15.
15 and 8. Yeah. 120. You need to pick that up, please. I don't want somebody to step on it. $488. So let's do 488 plus 210, correct?
Yeah.
698 feet squared. That's your answer. Great, we have 2 more to go. How many examples did she go over in class? Which one?
This one.
And she got that one wrong? Is anybody else going over this by themselves at school? I mean, how the hell did she expect you guys to do this?
She wanted us to do like some of this, and then she said she expected us to finish this side and this side by the.
All right, let's go on to number 5. Number 5, what are the 2 shapes?
Two shapes is a square or a cube and a pyramid.
It's not a cube because the H, yeah. Surface area is a rectangular prism plus what? What shape is that? Pyramid. Highlight the part that you're not going to be using at all. All right, let's start with the cube, right? Let's do the surface area of the rectangular, not cube, prism. So what are the shapes you're going to be finding? What are the faces? How many faces are there you're going to find? There's 5 faces. 5. 5. Because you're not using the right side, correct?
Yeah.
Start with the top and bottom. I want you to highlight the top and bottom so you know what shape it is. This is the top, correct? What are the 2? Highlight it. I'm not the only person who's doing this, am I? What's your area? There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. So what's the top and bottom? What's the 2 sides?
3.
Good. Now times that by 2, which is what?
48.
Good. Front and back. You don't need to highlight both front and back because you know there's 2 of them, correct? There's your front. What are the 2 numbers? What are the 2 dimensions for the front?
3 and
Great. It's the same thing. Right? What's the last side you need? What's the 5th side? There's this part right here. Highlight that. What are the 2 dimensions?
8.
No. No. Highlight it and look at it. Like, what is this part? I don't understand how you're doing this at all. Like, this is ridiculous. You're not paying attention for something. How are we gonna do that? This part right there. That is not A. What is that? What is this part right there? Do you understand how important this is? Because if you mess up the number, you're gonna get the wrong answer. Now add it together, please. I'm getting really agitated because I'm sick and tired of doing this with you. You're making the same mistake over and over again. Next surface area. Pyramid. How many faces do you have? I don't use the bottom of the pyramid, which is the left side of the pyramid. Do you wait? No. So just how many faces do you have? You have a front, back, left, and right. How many faces is that? 4 faces. And are they all the same?
Yeah.
And they are the same. What shape are they? No. What shape are the faces?
triangle.
They're triangles. There's 4 of them, correct? So times 4. Make sure you write that down. What is the base of your triangle? You have to kind of imagine it on the side. What's the base of the triangle? Highlight the base. Where's the base? Highlight it. You can imagine this on the side. Which one is going to be the base of the triangle? Let's highlight a triangle, shall we? I'm going to have you highlight this triangle right here. Do you see this triangle? Where is the base? Show me the base. Which side is the base? Just grab a pen. It doesn't matter. Where's the base? What is the measurement of this base that I have right here in green?
3 inches.
Now, highlight the height of the same triangle. Mine is right there in the red. What is that height? Good. And there's 4 of them, correct? 3 times 5 is 15. 15 and a half is 7.5, correct? Times 4. There's just 4 of them, which means it's just 15 plus 15, which is 30, correct? And we don't need the bottom, which is that square, because that one is inside, correct?
Yeah.
That's it. You just add it together. Surface area equals 192 plus 30, which is 222 inches squared.
Okay.
6. What are the 2 shapes for 6?
Semicircle or cylinder.
What's the formula for a semicircle? Oh, wait, no, that's not a semicircle. That is a sphere, right? What is the area? What's the surface area of a sphere?
4 pi squared.
And if it's a semi, it's half. So what's half of 4? What's half of 4? There you go. Now for the cylinder. No, I don't. Hold on a second. Let me think about this. Okay, for the cylinder. Okay, for the cylinder, we are gonna have to find. Let's highlight the shape that we're not gonna use. Which shape are we not gonna use? Okay, now what are the faces of the cylinder? A circle? This outline part, right? Area of a circle is pi r squared. How do you find this rectangular wraparound thing?
Pi times average.
There you go. That's our goal, right?
Yes.
Now let's look for the diameter. What's the diameter here? Or what's the radius?
Radius is 3.
What's your diameter then?
6.
Okay, let's go and plug this in. So we're gonna start off with a sphere, correct? For the sphere, it's 2 pi radius, which is squared, which 3 squared is
9.
9. 9 times 2 is 18 pi, correct?
Yeah.
Plus, now we're gonna look for the circle. Pi times 3 squared is 9, so 9 pi, correct? Plus, then that weird little wraparound thing. Pi times diameter is 6. What's the height?
Height is 24 pi.
What's the height? 4. Okay, now multiply it together, now add it together. Don't forget the pi. It's not 42. 18, 9, and 24 is not 42. 18 and 24 is already bigger than that. You've got the 9. Don't forget the 9. Okay, you have the semi-sphere and the cylinder. Cylinder has two parts. The cylinder here has the 9 pi and the 24 pi. Do you understand?
Mhm.
So what's your answer then? Go add your stuff together. Because that's the area of the circle. The circle that is right here on the very bottom, you still need that. That's still part of the surface area. Do you understand I'm going kind of fast with this? But you literally at this level need to know how to do this on your own, right? I could provide some guidance, but you should be able to understand the pieces and the components of what I'm doing. And if you don't, you need to study more. Are we done with this?